It's 5 o'clock and you're off the clock with Beast Guy. Now, today I got Darryl with me and Dad, and we're going to run you through the 2024 our hunt season. All right. So far, we've got elk, we've got gators, we got a couple bucks, and you just got done shooting some ducks, huh?
Mm-hmm. Just got back, literally.
Where'd you come from?
Came from Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Yeah. First time there.
I seen some videos. Y'all whacking them.
Oh, dude, we smashed 112 in 3 days.
Golly, dude.
It was
Hey, I seen your dog, man.
It won't be last time. Yeah, I'm glad to have her back. She just came back from Mossy Pond down there. So those guys were.
Did y'all kill ducks the whole
wore out.
time, or was it just?
Yeah, I mean, if we got there,
I was whacked them, huh?
we got there Thursday night sometime, like 7, 8 o'clock, ate dinner, woke up the next morning. We shot like 28, and then we went to work on them after that. 28 that morning.
To get you fired up, though. Like, coming back now, you're like, okay, hey.
You know, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, going into it, I was so, like, I'm ready to kill a big deer or kill a deer.
You ready to kill a deer? Like, we're way ahead of you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm behind. So, like, going in there, I wasn't, like, pumped to go duck hunting, you know? And then, like, get there, I still wasn't pumped.
Right.
Then the first morning, we got, like, a group of, like, 60 come in. I was like, okay, this is kind of
But in between the flights, though,
you're...
You know, in between the flats, you're looking at deer photos.
Yeah, because y'all text me, temperature. Oh, look at this deer showed up last night. Look at this deer showed up.
Every hour on the hour, we were sending deer pictures.
And like every like 5 minutes, I'm like, you know what? Like duck hunting is fun, but like I gotta kill a deer first. So like the whole time, like
gotta get done.
Like we're smashing ducks. But I'm like, damn ready to get back to get the tree.
Well, if you look at it, it ain't like we killed any bucks when you were gone.
Yeah,
okay. And I tell you something, we didn't do. We did not shoot any ducks in the face.
Yeah.
So we're actually behind.
Yeah,
technically.
Well, for duck season, but at least I've seen some decent deer.
Did you?
Well,
I went hunting a little bit in what was it, new firearm season?
Yeah,
you and Mom did. What did y'all see?
We seen a bunch of does and seen some small basket racks, but it was still hot. You know, it was a little hot. You know, it's hot. I wish it was cooled down a little bit. You know, I think last year it was a little cooler.
Well, this time, yeah,
for sure. The muzzleloader. It seems hot this year.
It is, man. It ain't rained either.
And it's super dry.
Yeah,
super dry.
Dude, it ain't rained none.
We hunted yesterday. No, we hunted Saturday, and the weather app said 85 degrees, and we got out there and it started sprinkling.
Oh man,
I know. Actually, was so mad.
I didn't even have a rain
chances.
It was hot and dry, and all of a sudden it gets cold and rain.
Yeah,
like somebody got that wrong.
Well, that's Darryl's forecast for you.
Yeah, you definitely went off my weather app.
Yeah.
So let's throw this thing back to when we went to Colorado, because we just got back not too long ago.
Yeah.
And we all three killed.
Yeah, I killed first, then Darryl killed, then you killed
last but not least, me.
I mean, like reverse Oreo on the kills.
Reverse Oreo. More like a wafer. Now, so going into your kill, right? So you ain't ever killed a bull before.
No, it's my first
You haven't
bull.
either.
No, I haven't either.
So neither one of y'all killed until this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like,
look at that bull. Look at that bull right there.
I was 0 for 2. I was 2 strikes down going in this hunt.
And you was still trying to bow hunt at the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about that. Tell me why you were so driven to bow hunt. Was it because maybe you went on
the first 2 days he took the bow out there? I'm like, dude, why are you wasting your time on a bow?
Yeah, man, it's just like you just want to do it. It's like,
well, you know,
it's like you got to prove to yourself.
And you got so close.
Yeah.
So many times.
It wasn't like I was like not even getting close. It's like I was.
Yeah.
First time I shot one, couldn't find it. Second time was 25 yards and I couldn't get a shot.
Yeah.
I did get a text from you though, says, bring me your gun.
That was when he was like 800 yards, like crouch walking.
I'm like, how
on
far?
A stalk.
I'm like, how far away is he? Like 1,000 yards? I'm not bringing the gun to him.
Yeah. Well, you know what it was? Like he had his crouch walking, crawling, getting all those sand spurs in my hand and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he's like, he looks back at it. He's like, as soon as he crossed that ridge, full sprint. And I'm like, with all this, it's hot out here.
In the moment, you're like, oh yeah. And then so you turn around, you're like, oh man.
Dude, as soon as he took off running, I'm thinking like we're gonna run like 100 yards. I look over there to like where the next ridge where they went down, and I'm like, there's no way I can make it all the way over there. But then like we're sprinting, I'm like, I'm not gonna be the person to quit.
You know? I'm not gonna stop first.
Yeah.
I'm glad my guy didn't say that.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
It was rough terrain though. Like what the sand was kind of rough though.
Isn't it hard to believe the elk live there? I mean, that's how tall the bushes were. It was crazy.
And you just see them out there walking around like it was no big deal. Like,
but what's even more crazy? I mean, they disappear out there.
Yeah, like you look at one and all of a sudden you go like 50 yards and he's gone. Like,
yeah, like how they disappear in that.
So I was told when we were there, which I didn't know this, but elk were primarily a prairie animal.
Yeah, I didn't know.
So they were just roaming the prairies. And since people and pressure came in and kind of pushed them up in the mountains,
right?
But they were primarily, prairie animals.
Well, these guys said that these elk came from the mountains Because you could tell by their hooves, right?
Right.
Some
I'm
of them,
talking
yeah.
about just
if their hooves
them being
are
open.
their hooves were dug out, they stayed down low in the sand mostly. But if their hooves are hard, they stay in the mountains.
Hard. What do you mean hard?
Like if it was like not like if it didn't have the cup in the
if
inside.
it wasn't like cupped,
Oh.
The inside it was cupped like 8
they were
out.
like sand scoops, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, the
If
hooves
they,
were like
if, they,
sand scoops.
if they weren't, if you kill one, they weren't like just flat, then that means that it was
And they were
Yeah,
broke.
mountains.
They'd be kind of broken up too.
yeah.
So
Like the
did you guys
sand bulls.
notice? Did you guys notice our bulls were sand bulls or
Yeah.
mountain bulls?
All of them are sand bulls. All of
Really?
those we kill. Yeah.
I'll be damned.
And he said the mountain bulls, they'll have
thought-
darker antlers.
Yeah, because they thought yours was a mountain bull for a second because how dark his antlers were, but his hooves were 8 out.
I'll be dang.
Your bull is more in
I mean,
between.
And what's
hybrid.
crazy about out here
This
is
is
like
2024.
you dug out. You dug down in the sand.
So cool.
It was cold
Yeah, it was.
down below. So I guess these bulls would get in the sand and dig a hole. They'll lay in it.
Makes perfect
It's
sense.
crazy.
I think
It's
what
kinda
blew my mind was just how open and how far you could see. And you're like, there is no way there's any elk out there. And you throw them binos up, and all of a sudden one cow will stand up, and they'd be like, well damn, there's 80 right there
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
out of nowhere.
you know the F-16s or F-18s.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were. F-16s or F-18s.
Yeah, those
Those
jets.
jets. Yeah.
They would fly over, and all the elk would stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like crap. Like
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's funny you say that because, like, going back to like day 4, we had seen this big bull in the distance and moved around, tried to get on him. We couldn't get on this bull. We couldn't find out exactly where he was, and he bedded down. He's hidden. Well, we walked like 3 miles into this big mound where we could kind of see pretty good, and we're sitting there and we're like, man, it would be nice if a jet would fly back over. And dude, it was like 10 minutes later, we could hear one coming. We're like, oh, everybody get ready, because we thought the bull was gonna stand up somewhere.
Yeah, they had some kind
Yeah.
of training
And-
facility somewhere around there, and they kept flying jets around.
Yeah.
It's pretty
And-
cool.
And anyways, well, the jet flies over and we're glassing, just hoping we can find, get eyes back on this big bull we seen, and man, nothing. So we walked like the 3 miles back out, and we did that like 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
Went in there, and it was brutal walking.
That's how mine was. We got way up and seen him from like 2 miles away.
Yeah.
And we went in there. We couldn't find him once we got to where they thought he was somewhere in. They were looking around. Then they're like, we just gotta hope something stands up. When we look over our left, and one just stood up.
Right there.
Yeah. And then he like lays immediately back down. We were like, what?
Why?
Yeah.
It's
Then-
wild how they do that.
yeah.
Yeah, then you start glassing just for antlers. You'll see their antlers.
Yeah.
sticking
That's
up.
how you killed your bull.
Yeah,
They're
You
like,
actually seen yours.
yeah, we seen the antlers sticking above the brush. We're like, oh crap, there he is. So
yeah, it's kind of like they're like looking for a tire.
yeah,
We're like,
so,
what?
so we got a little bit
Yeah.
closer. Got a little bit closer, and we sat down. We just waited. It was so hot,
Yeah.
so hot.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, this is terrible. This is so hot. I guess it's worth it.
Yeah.
So we waited and waited, and finally stood up, and boom, I shot and missed. Flat out missed. I think that's on me. That's on me. Bad
Dude,
shot. Bad
dude,
shot.
It's
bad
funny.
shot.
It's funny because like he shot, and so keep in mind, guys, he's shooting a 28 nozzle with muzzle brake on it, right? And I'm actually filming him on this particular hunt. And I'm sitting 45 degrees off the muzzle next to him. So when he shoots, dude, it about knocks my damn hat off. It blew my hair, and the microphone on the camera is like,
Yeah, yeah. In the video, you can see his shockwave hit his cheek. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I got smoked. I
And-
couldn't hear nothing, dude. I'm like, just trying to be as still as I could.
I flat out missed, and I got so shook up. I just missed. I mean, like as soon as I pulled the trigger, that's on me. My fault. Hold on. Put another round in there, and I smoked it. But
Yeah.
the first one, it was definitely on me. I was all shook up.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Well,
I was calm.
He
I'm
was
not saying
there.
what it
So
is.
we were there like 45 minutes before the bull stood up, but he
Yeah.
was calm.
I was calm.
But then as soon as he stood up, it was like,
So when you see those
Go time.
horns pop up in the scope, it just kind of does something. It's like, oh god, it's like it's real. It's really here now.
Oh man, it hit me
Moment
like
two.
a ton of bricks, man. I'm like, I was looking through the scope, just practicing, Oh, I'm steady. It's dead meat. That thing stood up. Oh shit! Oh damn! This is real.
well, you know how you have that like voice in your head, like when you first put the animal on the scope, dude, and you're all excited, and everything in your mind, you're like kind of floating around. You're like, something in your mind just tells you to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
You gotta like fight that dude and tell, hey, no, dumbass, don't
Yeah.
pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Actually aim.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Anyways, I threw a Hail Mary out there. Did not connect first shot. Had to put another one in there and got her done the second time. The B Scott, I can hear B Scott over there in the side goes, you didn't miss it. You just, yeah, hold on. It's not over yet. You know,
I think the funniest to me was like, not funniest, but to me the most stressful part was like B. Scott's elk kill.
Yeah.
You know, because
last minute.
yeah, we were watching it
we
from
were
the
watching
top.
everything. Like, there's
Yeah.
nothing we could do to help you at this point. Is that
Yeah.
watch and just
Yeah.
hope, you
We
know?
were nervous for him bad.
You know, I realized like 200 yards into the walk, I was like, okay, we still got a long ways to go, and it's getting dark. Like, it's getting darker. It's the evening time. I was like, man, by the time we get in position, if it doesn't go right, we're not going to have enough time to walk back to the truck and have another game plan.
Yeah,
this is the game plan.
Yeah, this is it.
It's now or never.
Yeah.
And that had me really nervous. And then when it came down to making the shot and stuff, it just happened so fast. And we done did so much crawling and walking and just everything in between that, like, when I got there, I was out of breath. So when I
Yeah.
had to sit down and get on the thing and they were moving to the left, dude, I didn't have a second to catch my breath. I was out of breath.
Yeah.
So I did what any great hunter would do. I shot him right in the spine. On accident, though. I didn't mean to shoot him in the spine, but I did shoot him in the spine.
Listen,
And I know, like, in our little black room interviews, you know, I said I dropped him. That's not a lie. I did drop my bull with a spine shot,
but
which ain't the best. I agree.
but
But
well, what could have
He's dead.
happened? What could have happened? We ranged the bull at 300.
yes,
Okay,
and he was moving.
could have been closer than 300.
Right, he could have been.
Okay, and you know when you dialed up, we didn't shoot for this elevation. And right after we shot, you know, the guy said, "Did y'all shoot y'all's gun in this elevation?" We're like, "No." So you know,
Imagine trying to pull that off in Arkansas.
So I
going
think-
that elevation.
I think we learned something there because all of our guns shot high.
Mhm.
You know, because I shot above my elk or something.
That
I
bull,
didn't-
I almost want to say you had a blank.
I don't know, but I mean, I dialed up at 300 yards and I didn't touch that thing. So you know, I dropped her down in the pump station though. I ain't
Dude,
low.
that follow up shot that was on point.
Well, I ain't low that time, and I settled my crosshairs too. I wasn't so all over the place. I was like hair, no hair, hair, no hair, hair, no hair. I was like, what the hell? This is an elk, you know?
Like, calm down.
But anyways, I think the elevation. I think we dialed up. I mean, did you dial up?
No.
Of course you didn't. You shot.
How
yours
far
at
were-
100
how
yards.
far-
I was like 75 yards. So
Was it, dude? I thought it was like 150.
I mean,
I'm over here like, I didn't have that problem.
you could have. I mean, you could have hit the thing blind. Probably.
I know.
Did you no scope him?
No.
Yeah.
Heck no.
Were you nervous?
Yeah, I was nervous.
Okay.
I was close.
You made. I would arguably.
And you know
Daryl made
what's,
the best shot.
what's even crazier is that, yeah, I did shoot mine in one shot, technically.
You did.
I followed
yours
up
was,
too.
here, no,
To make
I'll
sure,
give you
you know,
knuckles
give
on
me
that.
knuckles right at the pump station.
There you go.
But you know what we did realize is that I had the scope was dialed up to 15. I had an 80-yard shot
You noticed that before the shot?
after the shot. Like the magnification was on 15.
Oh yeah.
So that's why the bull was looking like we looked at it, like, oh my God, it's giant. That's when I really got nervous. Then we realized that, oh, that
You shot for a specific hair.
yeah.
You aim small and miss small.
Yeah, but then we got back to the lodge or to the truck, and I handed they got my gun and was putting in the truck for me, and they were like, you know, your scope's magnified to 15. I'm like, you know, actually, I did not know that,
But
but
look where we're at.
yeah,
We won today.
Aren't you glad you decided to pick the rifle up and put your bow down just for this experience? though?
yeah. I mean, for
You
sure.
know.
I mean, it was a good experience, and like I was saying, like that they'll find it later on. Is like I bow hunted. I mean, I elk hunted 18 days. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So you know,
It's so hard to kill
It's so
one.
hard.
It's hard to kill a mature buck with a bow.
Yeah.
No, I mean
Elk same way.
elk's
Yeah.
the same way. You know?
but there's nothing wrong with shooting a rifle because it's so much like these bulls are still like smart. Like
Yeah.
Oh,
they
yeah.
play wind and like
And,
and shooting one at
and these
300
cows.
yards is not easy at all.
And,
No,
the-
it's
and these
not.
cows too. Like
Yeah.
if they know something's up, them cows will get around that bull, and there is no window
Well,
to shoot.
Yeah.
It's like your bull. You know, you had an opportunity to shoot a bull what the day before. I think the bull gets up. We get onto the bull, right? We sit down. The bull gets up, and it's a good bull. I think it's bigger than the bull you actually killed.
It was.
And the cows get up. And it's like the cows surrounded the bull. And when the bull
Completely.
walked away, the cows just stayed around the bull the whole time. He never got a
There's
clean
not
shot.
a window the whole
And I'm
time.
thinking Secret Service, they need to apply for Secret Service because they
these
also
cows
did a
are
good job.
These cows are good.
I mean, you can't shoot this bull. I mean, without shooting a cow. I mean, they did a good job.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. These cows were all up in the way.
I'm like, damn it, you're just going to shoot through the cows.
It's kind of too like when those bulls are asleep, you know, you
Yeah.
see them
Yeah.
asleep. there's cows around every angle of them watching.
I mean,
Oh, the cows were so alert, and reading the bull's body language, he didn't care, he didn't know, he
No,
had nothing bothering him. Each one of them cows were like, something's going on.
No,
We
it's
gotta
like-
get to the bottom of
it's
it.
always a cow staring at you. I'm like, oh, we got a cow looking at us. We got a cow looking at us.
Yeah.
There's 15 of them out there, and one's just eyeballing us. I'm like, how does she know we're here?
Yeah. She's looking like direct, like,
Like-
I feel like she's looking right in your
Yeah.
eyes.
You're
I'm like, I think she's just trying to bluff
like,
us.
I know she
She
sees
don't
me.
know.
She's looking right at me. I can see her.
I think that's what made it worse for my, like when I shot my bull, is that the scope was so zoomed in. Me and the bull were like eye to eye for a minute. Wait for him to stand up. Like he's looking at me and I'm looking at him, and it made it way worse. I'm like, he's looking right in my soul right now. He can see my heartbeat.
He sees me.
Yeah. Dude, hey, ain't nothing, and it's just like getting stared down by a buck. It's by his body language when he knows something's up.
Yeah, he's just sitting there staring at me, and I'm staring at him like, oh God,
You're like, uh-oh, this ain't good.
this ain't good.
Then that foot comes up, and it goes a little bit behind, and you're like, oh, shit, he's fixing to turn.
Yeah,
And then he's
2
gone.
seconds. I got 2 seconds.
He's out of there.
Well, talking about animals seeing you, like me and your mama was hunting Saturday, and we're sitting on the ground on this new property, and every time a doe would come up, she would just look at us. I'm like, how did she know we was here?
Yeah.
She's seen you.
We
dude.
had 4 or 5 does come up. We was actually sitting on a ridge. These deer would come up, and they would just, as soon as they get out in the open, they would look right at me. I'm like,
It's
don't
funny.
look away. I won't even make eye contact with it.
And it's
Yeah.
crazy.
I'm like-
it's crazy though, with a little bit of cover,
Yeah.
what it'll do. Because I have a video of this doe walking straight to my tree at the same property, new property, and it's walking straight to me, and it gets probably 8 yards away, and I'm only like 8 foot off the ground because it's so thick leaved where I'm at. I can't get off the ground hardly, so
Yeah.
I'm literally just like 8 foot off the ground. This doe walks all the way up to me, and then all of a sudden she probably gets, I don't know, 8 yards away. She just sees that there's something in this tree, and she like darts off real quick, and then she stops and she turns around. She still doesn't know what's up because she didn't really see me, but I think she just felt that I was there.
Yeah.
Like just looked at me and just felt that something was there, and she darted off like that fast.
But the problem is, all these animals, and even these elk, I mean, when they see something, like deer have this memory.
Mhm.
So these deer are used to seeing something. It doesn't matter what it is, but I mean, they're seeing something when they go somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And you just put one thing in their way or in their little bedroom, whatever you want to call it, and they just act stupid.
Yeah.
Actually, they're smart.
yeah,
but
make it normal.
we're the stupid ones because
Make it
we're the one that sticks out. You know
Yeah.
And one thing about some
So-
does I got a question about.
what?
You know how they say like, there's a tree that falls and nobody's around to hear it, does it make a sound?
Yeah.
Do does just run around blowing at stuff? Like out in the woods when nobody's there?
No, that's just you.
Are they only blowing at us? Or like, do they just like run around the woods blowing at stuff?
I feel like they have to blow at other stuff. Like
Yeah.
there's has to be something that makes them feel like they
Because every time I hear a doe blowing, I'm like,
I always rattle my
that's
horns.
she's blowing at me.
When I hear deer blowing, I always rattle horns or something together.
Wow.
Yeah, I do too.
But getting back to the elk though, who shot the biggest elk? Was it Daryl's elk?
I don't know.
I
It's
don't
kind of between y'all. I know it for sure was not me.
I don't know.
I think your bull's bigger than mine.
I don't know.
It
We have to
looks
have them
bigger.
measured.
It looks thicker than mine for sure. I don't know. You look pretty happy there, Daryl.
I think your
pretty happy.
fronts were longer. I think your front, like your curls, were better.
Yeah.
But didn't he have a little bit more width on his?
I think yours is wider than mine.
No, I don't think so. I think it's backwards. I think yours is wider than mine.
Or then yours was thicker, kind.
I don't know.
Like thicker
I
bases
don't
and
know.
stuff.
I think it looks bigger. I think you won, man.
Look at him smiling right there, though.
Oh, I was happy.
Relieved.
Relieved.
I don't know. You kind of looks tired too.
I know your lips look dry.
I'm exhausted for sure.
Your
My
lips
are
definitely-
dry.
Dude, them lips were dry because I came back. Took me like a week and a half to get over the whole lip.
Your lips
cracked.
are almost as wide as your teeth.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They were dry.
Like, to look at that, I was like, he needs some water bad. Somebody get
I
Daryl
was
some
definitely
water.
dying at that point.
It was hot out there.
Well,
walked
at
so far.
that point, we were 16 monsters deep, 0 H2O.
Yeah.
Okay.
No water. Stress.
The only water that
Stress
we
level was
got.
probably like 10 at that point.
Yeah, those guys are asking us how we making it drinking all these monsters. We're like, I don't know, man. We're just
just
monsters
will.
are good, man.
Just will. The heart to win.
And the worst thing was like your dad's kill. We're trying to clean that thing and pack it out.
Dude, his in the
Cactus.
cactus bed.
Killed it in the worst spot ever.
Hey,
And I want to think where he shot and missed was probably the most smooth, soft
yeah.
sand.
It just fell right
and then
there.
he shoots it and kills it in
Yeah.
the cactus bed.
look at the sand of that thing. it's like it's killing elk on the beach.
Yeah.
It's hard to pack meat out like that.
Yeah, 'cause you can't get no sand on the meat.
No,
Greedy.
no. So after this elk hunt, we had a really successful elk hunt. We had a good time. We drove the truck all the way back from Colorado. That was
Great
fun.
time.
All y'all slept and I drove.
Well,
Okay, no. Reword that. I slept the first like 3 hours,
Yeah.
and then I was up the rest of the time.
Yeah. Well, we flew there.
you slept about 7.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
definitely got a whole. You got a whole night.
You gotta think while y'all got done killing on like day 2 and 3. I had to hunt till day 5.
Well, I know, but anyways, I mean, I still drove most of the way, but we flew there. It was real pretty. Then we had to drive back,
Yeah.
and
Beautiful mountains. Dude.
It was really pretty.
We were in a place. I don't know if you got the out the airplane window. Do you have it up
Yeah.
there? But anyways, we were like kind of in a valley, and it seemed like this side of the valley was real sandy, and he said the other side ain't so sandy.
Yeah.
There's all the sand kind of piles up with the wind,
Yeah, but I don't know. All the bulls are in the sand, so I'll take me back.
Dude, I ain't never seen so
Are
many.
you
bulls
But
ready?
I don't know. I'm like the
Are you ready to go back
I'm ready.
already?
Yeah, a little bit. But
Really?
I was in.
yeah, a little bit.
I was in
We
Idaho.
can convince them right now. I
10,
promise.
10 days before that, hiking the mountains.
We got to kill some deer.
But the elevation's a little bit different. So I don't know which.
So what do you got to do, Darryl? I know that the other day he came to the lease, right? We're hunting, and he just texted me, "Hey man, I just dropped my bow out of the tree." I said, "Surely you meant like I dropped my bow release out of the tree?" And he's like, "No, I dropped my actual bow." I'm like,
Yeah.
Darryl.
You know what's bad is I walk all the way in there. Because B Scott said we got to park up here. We walk all the way in there. So I'm already kind of like a little
It
bit
was
tired
further than
walking.
elk hunting.
Yeah. So I walk all the way down there.
You gotta be safe.
And he's
Gotta be
like, you just go down there, you'll find where you're supposed to hunt. So I'm like, all right, cool. So then I pick a tree, and I'm kind of like, is that the right tree? Is it not the right tree? And I see a camera, and I'm like, all right, it's gotta be the right tree. So I climb up there. So I forgot to tell you this part. So I gotta tell you this. So I didn't tell you all that when I was there.
okay.
So I try like a different little loopy thing. So I was trying to be lazy on like the bottom step. Instead of like undoing all the string.
Oh no.
I just did a little bit of the string and then
Oh
tightened
my
it up.
God.
Golly.
So I climb up, fine, get up there, and I'm like kind of struggling to like get the last thing up there, whatever. So I get up there, and I'm trying to the way I dropped my bow is I was reaching over here and I heard something to my left, I thought. So I was trying to reach and look like this and grab my bow. When I did it, I went inside of it, and so I just pushed it off.
Oh, dude, you just pushed it right off.
Yeah, I just pushed it right off, and I'm like,
Oh, great.
and I'm looking, and I'm like, all right. And I forgot my little tree to roll my boat up. So I had to put my bow in the backpack to get it up there. Right. So,
Golly, that's
so I'm like, all right, how am I going to do this? So then I come all the way back down. And when I get to like the last step, to get on top of the last step, it just goes out from under me because like the way I tried to tie it.
yeah,
like, it
you
was, like, the pressure-
halfway tied it because it's the last
Yeah.
step.
So then it just falls. So I just go down the tree, just slide down. And I'm like, oh my God.
Defeated.
Yeah. At that point, I thought about like leaving.
We
I'm
didn't.
like this hunt should be over.
But then your
But
third step's all the way up there.
all my steps are up there, platform and backpack still up there. So like, so then I grab my bow and I'm like, how am I gonna get this bow back up the tree now? Because, I carried up there my bag because I didn't have my bow rope.
Yeah.
My backpack's still top of the tree. So I'm like,
How'd you get up there?
well, I took my lineman's belt.
Yeah.
Undid it, hooked the bow into my lineman's belt. Then I had to climb up with it like that, which is the worst process ever. Because every time I take a step, my foot's in my bow.
Gosh,
So
dude.
then I get back up there and I drop my release.
I would have packed up, dude. I would see.
So
the thing,
then
I would have climbed down and
so
just
then I
threw
had to-
my stuff
So
out
then
of
I
the tree.
climb back down and get my release. So I climbed the tree 3 times.
Oh wow! Wonder you didn't kill no deer. Did you even see any deer?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had some
Yeah.
of those come in.
I was
Yeah.
tired.
Oh, I bet you were.
Dropping your release. I'm no stranger to dropping.
Was
my
that the
release.
first bow hunt of the year for you?
No.
Well, how all this happened?
Second one.
You're normally this.
That's only my
happens-
first
But
time in the saddle.
It's
though.
his first.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
okay.
first saddle
got
sit. So
you.
that I mean, it's a whole different animal. I'm no stranger to dropping my release. Okay, so now what I do is when I get out of the truck, I tie it to my wrist and turn it around
That's usually what I do. But you know what I did now?
so that I cannot drop it.
I got 3 releases in my bag.
I
So if it falls,
have 2 releases.
if it falls down.
So
I'm done.
we're gonna talk about. All right, so we did a little bit of deer hunting here. Now we're about to go to North Arkansas.
and we alligator.
we're about
Don't
to
forget
look-
that.
Oh, the
Yeah,
alligator
yeah,
hunt.
alligator
That was
hunt.
actually
We did.
awesome. Jay Paul and them.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got
it's
some
just-
swamp people.
Tell
That
us
was-
about the alligator hunt. That was
Yeah,
pretty
so we got a phone call from my buddy Hunter down there in Louisiana. He said, hey, do y'all boys don't happen to want to kill some gators? And I'm like, don't tempt us with a good time. How much?
Yeah.
He's like,
Sign
dude, y'all just
me
come
up.
on, we got tags for y'all. And we're like, so
It was like
these guys were
16
good.
tags, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That's
18.
crazy.
18 tags.
That's
And
crazy.
I was like, well, we'll be there. What's a good day is good. He's like, how fast you gonna get here? And I'm like, 2 days, probably. or
Yeah.
less.
Yeah.
2 days or less. And so we drove down there, and I mean that was fun. We got to go down there with J. Paul.
It was
RJ.
absolutely blast.
They were great people. You know, the
They were.
show kind of always tries to show them as like these arrogant people, and people try to make them be out. They're just like all
No,
of
they're
us.
normal
No,
people.
normal, nice guys. Just
Super humble.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are like
TV.
exactly what you would expect. Like
They're known worldwide.
their father and son duo that's humble and just happy to do what they're doing.
Yeah.
They
it's
seem a
crazy.
lot nicer than their relationship than mine and your relationship.
We only bump heads because we think the same way,
You're so hard
but think differently.
You won't listen to nobody.
You know?
But
I
we-
don't know.
Dude, we got some monster gators though. I mean, the big one was what, 10.5 foot?
Yeah.
10.
Don't forget, remember when he had
Yeah.
him? He said this one's a gotta make sure this one's not a pet gator. I thought he was being hands dad the
I
road.
thought he was being serious about the pet gator. I'm like, we done caught a pet
He's
gator.
a pet gator. And next thing you know,
I was like, he's like, wait, let me tie it to the boat first. And I'm like, what? Tie it to the boat? It ain't that heavy. He's like, oh, you'll see.
we gonna tie it to the boat.
Yeah.
I mean, so he ties his string to the boat, right? So boop, boop, ties it up there, and he hands the rope to Dad. And this gator's chilling, right? And he said, "Pull him up." And so Dad starts pulling this gator up, and then all of a sudden, it's like a switch flip, dude. And this gator, I'm talking about, starts wearing his ass out. Okay, and I'm standing behind Dad with a gun, you know. And Dad's over here, dude. He's getting like low with it. I'm like, I'm giving him like the daddy reach around, you know, like grab him by the waist, like, hey, you're not going in, dude. You're good. I got you. This gator was tearing him up though.
I'm surprised they pushed me in. Eat that son of a bitch. He's a pain in my ass.
Dude, that gator was like pulling. Like, he was shaking
Dude.
the boat. Like, I was like, oh, he's finna pull this boat around.
We know J. Paul said that gator is like, if he would have been 1 foot more, you know, because 1 foot at that length would have been just a lot more mass.
Yeah.
He said that would have been a hand burner,
Hey, Beast Guy,
hard to hold.
you got the smallest alligator too.
Well, you know, actually, to point that out, dude, I actually shot the 2 biggest ones. I was the one to pull the trigger on those 2.
I mean, look. Hey, I got to say though, all the alligators, mine and Daryl's probably look the biggest, but I look like I got bigger muscles than you guys do. Look at me. Look.
You obviously ain't looking at the same damn screen I'm looking at.
Look, man. I mean, like, oh, never mind.
Look at that
Yeah.
forearm. Look at that
Yeah.
forearm.
Yeah.
Who's holding gator?
I didn't hold a gator like that. I seen him
You're
putting
probably
out.
glad you didn't, dude. They got that. They throw that stuff
Look
up.
at that. His sleeming. It has that puke coming out of his mouth right there.
Yeah.
That stuff stinks so
That
bad.
stink-
Yeah, so if
sorry,
you don't
dude.
know, if you do go gator hunting, dude, if they start throwing up, yeah, good luck.
Don't touch it. It stays on your hand. I had to burn it off my hands. It took a while too to burn it off.
It's horrible. Like I scrub my hand. I was trying to eat dinner later that night, and I was like, man, somebody else needs to feed me because my hands are stinky.
Hey, let's
Dude,
talk
those are
about, though,
dinosaurs.
you know, we killed all those gators, right? And it was fun. Like, we had a blast, but we ended up putting 12 gators and 3 people in the freedom rig,
Yeah.
and it got on pat and ran good. Like, like
it was
ran-
crazy.
it was crazy.
It was
And
crazy.
we put 4 people
Yeah.
in it. It still did it. It just took a long time, but I mean,
Yeah,
it don't matter
took
what
a
you
long
do.
time to get on pad, but what
It
I was
still
blown away
handled it.
with was the fact that it was still running the speeds it was running.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it
Yeah.
was loaded down with
The
12
freedom
gators and
motor-
3 people.
The
It's
freedom
strong.
motor is like every time we use it in situations like this, it's getting better and better and better. It's just so hard for people to understand what's really going on.
Yeah. We're
But-
traveling everywhere that people might
Yeah.
would even think about using it
Yeah.
right now and using it, and it's working out.
South Louisiana.
I
Prime
mean-
example.
I mean,
Gator hunting.
we had a mud buddy there, and we had a pro drive there, and it did good.
Yeah.
I mean, it ran good. I mean, those 2 motors, that pro drive and Gator Tail's been proven for a long time.
Yeah.
Or mud buddy or Gator Tail, all of them are good motors. But you know, those motors have been in the market for a long, long time, and they're definitely proven themselves. But for this freedom to come in like this and doing what it's doing as an outboard and heavy duty
It's
outboard,
mind blowing.
it's pretty impressive. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole time, you know, me and Dad's riding in the Mud Buddy rig, and we're watching you up there. Y'all are just having a casual conversation.
Yeah, me and
Yeah.
Brandon over
And I'm
here
like-
yelling.
I'm like, I wish we could do that right now.
Yeah. And, you know, like, even like J. Paul and them, they were saying how like the freedom rig was like a more what they would need. They could probably kill more gators because of how quiet it is and be able to sneak around the swamp.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they shoot a
Baiting
lot
up,
with that 17, like the
Yeah.
really, really big gators, just so they can creep in there and get in there and shoot them, you know. And
That's
bait 'em
true.
up.
Yeah.
You know, so you talking about people that are in the marsh running boats,
Working them.
working them every day, and they're
Yeah.
saying they're like, oh, we need one of these rigs.
Yeah.
We need to legit get one of
Absolutely.
these rigs because it's beneficial. So
We're about to get them all lined out. I mean, we got more props coming in. We're still doing a lot of testing, but for out of the box, motor ready to go. I mean, it has a pretty low pitch prop for load capacity for duck hunters and stuff. So it's a good rig. It's getting better and better. More we've run them and learn about the rigs itself.
And then what I've noticed is because we've let tons of people drive these boats, going here, going there, like, hey, you run it, see what you think.
Yeah.
And what I've noticed is people that run, surface drives, they run outboards, they don't have any issue just jumping in and running it.
Yeah.
Because it's so similar.
It drives like an outboard.
I mean, it's just.
I just think a lot of people are still just wondering about it, like, but it's just going to take time. It's just going to take time. And the guys that do get them, they're like, wow, this is so nice. But it's just like everything else. It's going to take time. It's so different than what people are used to. It's kind of like, I don't know about this,
I'm ready to deer hunt it.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm ready to deer hunt it so bad.
So let's talk about our schedule. So we have our next hunt is going to be, well, we got the North Arkansas hunt that's coming up. We're going to hunt Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We got a couple of big bruisers pinned up or locked up or what.
I hope they're tied up.
Me too.
You want a chance of us killing it.
We're going to have to tie them up because every time I go in there, they disappear.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay. The zookeeper's there.
The zookeeper.
Who was I talking to? It might have been it's Q-Tip. I was like, so Darryl also has a nickname. Okay. It is the zookeeper. And Wade's like, yeah, he gave himself that nickname. That's what makes it so funny.
Has it took off yet?
Not yet.
Has anybody been like, zookeeper?
Not yet.
What's up?
I gotta really promote
You should put zookeeper on the side of your truck.
I really should.
Hashtag zookeeper.
Zookeeper.
But anyways, so we're going to North Arkansas, right? We're taking the zookeeper.
Boom, boom.
Okay, which I don't think that's going to help us. But anyways, we're going to go to North Arkansas.
I'm going to shoot like the biggest deer now.
Yeah.
Like
Dude,
first
I hope
day.
you do.
So
I hope you do.
I'm going to go kill double.
So we got some.
No, you're not.
So we got some bucks lined out, right, on camera. We got like 15 cameras out there.
Yep, we got some good buzz coming through.
Yeah.
And what I've noticed though, every time we're out there, like the 14 out of 15 cameras, all 14 are taking pictures while we're out there, and we're sitting on camera 15, and we're not seeing no deer.
I've only went out there once.
So I really think they know we're there.
Well, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
But
So I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay.
Mhm.
Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. I think where you messed up was I seen the game camera picture. You walking in, and you walked in the same trail he walks in.
no. You don't even know where the deer's coming from.
Yes, I do.
See, this is the part where you think you know everything.
I'm about to pull it up.
No, you don't have to. But anyways,
It was the easiest trail.
Anyway, so we're going to North Arkansas. We're gonna kill some deer, right? We're gonna try to kill some bucks. We're gonna hunt hard for 3 days. We're gonna actually camp out there. We're not going home. We're gonna stay in the woods because we can't travel out the gravel.
I didn't know we were doing that.
Yes, we're just camping. Well, you don't like sleeping in the woods,
No.
Daryl? In
No.
a tent?
No.
Yes, we're camping in the woods.
I think I'd rather walk down the road 2 miles.
That's what I'm
camp in the
thinking.
woods.
I can stay 20 minutes away.
Hey, Ashley's gonna sleep. Hey, we got tent hammocks. We're gonna put them in the tree.
Well, after
We'll
all the
sleep in
stuff you
woods.
like talking about, we don't
All right.
want to camp with you.
Well, anyways, so we're gonna
No joke.
we got our own tent.
He's
by the
running.
way.
he's
running.
running. He's pre-rut over here.
Hey, it gets better the older they get. It gets better it gets. 45, man. When they hit 45, they're in their prime. Anyways,
Anyway, we're gonna kill deer
yeah,
in North Arkansas. Okay, after Dad pre-ruts around, and we're gonna slip in. Have you thought about shower? How long are we gonna stay there?
3 days.
How are we gonna shower?
I'm bringing water.
And you,
Sponge bath.
I don't know if your theory is true yet.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I know dang well it is. Them deer here.
What YouTube video you be watching?
Anyways, off the start.
You know how many big deer be getting killed with people just driving in there and killing them?
Lucky deer. We got to kill 3 big deer.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
I think
true.
walking is the move, no matter what.
That could be. You wait till you see.
How about we
this.
bust out the Rambo bikes?
Man,
The
that's
Rambo on.
that's a rough terrain. We're gonna wreck. That's what
I'm wearing a helmet for one.
But anyways, North Arkansas, we're gonna hit some deer up. Then we're gonna go to Texas. Then we're gonna go back to Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you forgot one state in there.
But don't say that
Illinois.
loud. Nope, too late.
Hey, we'll let them know we're coming because we're here. We're coming to get your bucks.
Well, Missouri?
No.
What?
Illinois.
No, we're gonna go to Illinois.
I'm really trying to figure out when we're going to.
I don't really know where
time is
I don't know
running
where the
out.
window is.
Time
No.
is running out.
Yeah, our time's running out. We've been staying busy, and,
I know.
and David and Daniel guys up here doing these podcasts.
By the way, which is like right now we could be hunting right now.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm not really that happy about it.
But we're gonna do their podcast and get it out of the way. Then we're gonna go kill something, hopefully.
Yeah.
So what else you guys got?
After deer, it's ducks.
Yeah.
It's time to get the motors cranked up and shoot some ducks in the face.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pumped up for that too.
I'm
though.
ready for that.
I'm ready for every season. Is that weird? That like
It doesn't
I'm
matter
ready
what
to do it all,
And I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm about getting a little itch to want to go flip a bush.
dude. It's almost fishing time.
I drove over Lake Darnell today, and I was like, oh,
January and February is gonna be epic.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
I mean, spring's gonna be epic too.
And guys,
Oh, yeah.
and also y'all can keep in mind this fishing season is gonna be special because we're gonna be hitting it hard on a fishing tour. Okay, so we're gonna try to catch a 10-pounder.
Only one successful was Darryl last year.
We're gonna try to catch a 10-pounder within what do you say, a week of the start of it.
We're going to.
I'll say when we start hardcore, within a week we're
I
gonna
say
try to
2
catch
weeks.
a 10-pounder.
Within 2 weeks.
If we got to fish against Darryl, we're gonna tie one hand behind his back.
He's good, man.
No, I'm not that good.
Daryl's pretty
It's lucky.
Hey, listen, they didn't give him the nickname Zookeeper for no reason.
I want to catch a 12 pound.
Yeah, but he gave his own name. It wasn't even earned. He gave his own name.
It was earned. I think I earned it.
Well, you are the only 10-pound
Yeah.
bass catcher at
when
this
you
table.
get a 10
When
pounder,
you name yourself Zookeeper,
you have to catch a 10 pounder.
I mean, come on.
His nickname's a stare down. He's a stare down.
Yeah.
When he shoots his bow, as soon as it leaves his release, so he'd be looking like this, he goes like this. Every time. In slow motion, I call him the stare down.
I just want to make sure I'm on target.
He's like, his eyes go crazy.
He has to follow through down.
Yeah, he's like, stare down. That's where he got the name.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
Anyways, you guys stay tuned, okay?
it's gonna be a good time.
And check out the gear shop. Keep your eyes peeled. Got some new hats coming we're really excited about. And I'm not going to mention what they are, but make sure you go to havocboats.com and hit the gear shop and check that stuff out. Also, leave a comment on what you want us to cover, what you want us to talk about. And, guys, we're up for anything. So, throw
Also,
it at us.
too, let everybody know about our new partnership with Nut Grub.
Oh, Nut Grub.
I've been using Nut Grub for 3 years. It's an amazing product. We finally got an opportunity to partner up with them, and we got a lot of new products coming out. Nut Grub does.
Nut Grub. We're growing bigger.
And we have that little promotion we're going to run in the month of November. Every boat you get, every boat that's delivered is going to get a 5-pound bag of Nut Grub. So you'll be able to find your Nut Grub at a Havoc dealer near you. So it's pretty cool. We're excited about that, and it's a good product. You guys ought to check it out.
And also, guys, to see this hunt and our other hunts, go to Havoc Boats YouTube page and click the Wreaking Havoc Outdoors playlist. We're pretty new to releasing these, but they're going to be steadily flowing out because we're nonstop killing all 2 seasons. So check it out. Leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Check us out on the next one.